Thomas is a tank engine who lived at the big station on the island of Sodor. He had six more wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome. He was a fussy little engine, always pulling coaches about. He pulled them to the station, ready for the big engine to take out on long journeys. And when trains came in and the people had got out, he would pull the empty coaches away so that the big engines could go and rest. He was a cheeky little engine too, and for no one engine worked as hard as he did. So he used to play tricks on them. He liked best of all to come quietly beside a big engine, dozing on the siding, and make them jump. He would laugh and run away to find some more coaches. One day, Gordon had just come back from pulling the big express. It was late, and he had to run very fast as he could to make up for lost time. He was asleep when Thomas came up in his cheeky way. He hesitated to blow his whistle, but the feeling couldn't resist him. "Wake up, lazy bones," he whistled. "Do some hard work for a change. You can't catch me." And he ran off laughing. Instead of going to sleep, Gordon thought of how he could pay Thomas out. One morning, Thomas wouldn't wake up. His driver and fireman couldn't make him start. His fire went out and there was not enough steam. It was nearly time for the express. The people were waiting, but the coaches weren't ready. At last, Thomas started and headed for the station. "Oh dear," he yawned. "Where have you been?" asked the coaches crossly. Thomas gave them a rude bump and started for the station. "Hurry up, you," said Gordon. "Hurry yourself," said Thomas cheekily. "Oh, yes," said Gordon. "I will." Thomas shunted the coaches to Gordon with a rude bump. Whistled Gordon to the passengers. "Get in quickly, please." The passengers did so and got in quickly. The signal went down, the clock struck the hour, and the guard whistled and waved his green flag. The shunter forgot his pole and went to collect it. But Gordon knew this, and he raced out of the station before the shunter came back. Gordon raced along the line before Thomas could realize he was being pulled away. Come on, puffed Gordon at the coaches. Pull harder, said Thomas to Gordon. The train went faster and faster. Too fast for Thomas. He wanted to stop, but he couldn't. "Beep, beep, stop! Hurry, laughed Gordon in front. The coaches laughed. You can't get away. Poor Thomas was going faster than he had ever gone before. He was out of breath and his wheels hurt him, but he had to go on. "I shall never be the same again," he thought sadly. "My wheels shall be quite worn out." At last they stopped at a station. Everyone laughed to see Thomas puffing and panting behind. Thomas was uncoupled, and he ran onto the turntable. He then spun around and thought of how everyone was going to torment him for the next few days. He then ran onto the siding, out of the way. "Well, little Thomas," chuckled Gordon, "now you know what hard work means, don't you?" Poor Thomas couldn't answer. He had no breath. He just rested in his siding. He puffed slowly home and was careful afterwards never to be cheeky to Gordon again.